Welcome to Our Conversation, a special program from Channel 21. I'm Todd Higgins. Today, our conversation features Carly Caldwell Bostic, who works as the school specialist for Keep Gastonia Beautiful, which is a program of the City of Gastonia and an affiliate of the Keep America Beautiful national organization. Recently, we had an opportunity to talk with Carly about her work, what Keep Gastonia Beautiful has to offer to our schools, and a whole lot more. Joining me is Carly Caldwell Bostic. She is the school specialist for Keep Gastonia Beautiful, which is an organization associated with the City of Gastonia. Carly, it is good to see you, and I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Well, it's good to see you as well, and I am too. I'm excited to chat about all things that Keep Gastonia Beautiful does.
So introduce yourself to our audience. Who is Carly Caldwell Bostic?
So I am from Belmont, North Carolina, right down the road. And I went to South Point High School and then went on to Appalachian, where I studied business. I applied and started working here in February of 2016. So yeah, it's been 6 years. And I am the school specialist and recycling coordinator for Keep Gastonia Beautiful.
So tell us about your work with Keep Gastonia Beautiful. I guess the first question, what is Keep Gastonia Beautiful?
So Keep Gastonia Beautiful is a nonprofit, even though we are in a department of the City of Gastonia. So we work with our City of Gastonia Council and departments within the City of Gastonia, as well as governed by a nonprofit board of directors. And within our nonprofit, we have a lot of different committees and channels we focus in, whether that's art, education, litter abatement, recycling, and we just most recently became a B City.
So you are the organization's school specialist, which that means you are the direct link between Keep Gastonia Beautiful and our schools. So what do you enjoy most about your job?
Gosh, there's a lot that I enjoy about my job, but getting to be out in the schools, being in the community, teaching kids at a young age the importance of taking care of our community, not littering, taking care of our trees and our surroundings, and seeing those kids and seeing their eyes light up as they get it. And we offer a number of different educational programs. And one of those programs that is my absolute favorite is Earth Bracelets. It's very popular with our kindergarten classes, and it's a lot of fun. And our goal is to start at a young age, to teach future citizens why it is so important not to litter and to recycle and to care about your town, your county, and your environment.
I think that any way that you can convey the message that this is your community and you have to care about your community because no one else will. I think that's important. And
oh, yes,
you can start teaching that lesson at a very young age to take pride in your community.
Yes, and it left an impact on me because these programs have been around for a while. And I recall being in elementary school, and when you finish so many programs, what we do as well is I remember getting a certificate. You promise not to litter, and the principal signed it. And so I remember things like that. You learn it there, and my parents were very passionate about taking pride in your community. And so I think if you can just keep that on through generation after generation, make a difference.
So Keep Gastonia Beautiful has a number of school-specific programs. So let's talk about some of the programs that are available to our schools. I know that one program that is really important to our schools is the Beautification Grant Program. Tell us how that works.
Yes, this is a great program, and we have it in our educational booklet. So all of our programs and resources are listed in our PDF booklet, which you can find on our website. Or you can always message us on Facebook and we can direct you towards that. But our beautification grants, we have 10 grants available, and they are $300 grants each. All schools within the City of Gastonia city limits can apply, and those schools apply. We review their applications, and they are rewarded the money. They were within this past school year, we gave all the checks out in December, and they have until May 1st to complete their project, submit their before and after pictures. So it's just a way for parents, staff, teachers, and students to get involved and make a difference on their campus.
And I recall when you awarded those grants. We had the pictures on Channel 21
Yes.
recognizing the schools that had received a grant. So those grants give money to the schools that allow them to beautify the campus, keep the campus clean.
Mhm.
And not only does it provide the school with some money, it teaches the students a lesson about the importance of keeping your school campus clean.
Right. And students, we have had different recognition programs, and it is different. Students recognize their maintenance and how much the maintenance does care about the school. But I think it gives another level of pride when the students are out there planting flowers or picking up trash. I think you sort of hesitate before you maybe don't put your trash in the trash can at school. So there's a whole nother level of mental awareness that takes place when students are active. And it's a combination. The schools that applied, we actually had a number of PTO groups apply on behalf of the school, which we love and love to see parents involved as well. And a couple of those schools are slowly year after year making improvements to either an outdoor study break area or a recess area. So it's more aesthetically pleasing for the kids because they are there 8 to 3 Monday through Friday.
So another program that has gained some energy this school year is the tree planting program. And I know that your team has been to several of our schools and had a program and a ceremony for planting a tree and teaching the children about the importance of trees.
Yes. So we have a wonderful arborist, Rob, and he is just so passionate about trees. He's an incredible educator. So he is with Parks and Rec, and we have partnered with that department, and we are doing tree plantings. That is an initiative by the City of Gastonia Council. They wanted to honor the 150th anniversary of Arbor Day by planting 150 trees within the City of Gastonia. So we had made it our goal to reach out to all the schools within town limits, and we're about halfway there and planted trees. And it's really cool. I mean, the kids, again, you're started at a young age to understand the importance of what all trees do for us, what all recycling can do, or throwing your litter away, or planting plants. You know, it's so much more than just making things pretty. And it's been very neat to see it from ages. The youngest group I think we had was 2nd grade, and the oldest was high school. And it's really neat to see the different levels of how they're comprehending it, but seeing how they care.
I like that the program is set up. You plant the tree, but it goes beyond that in teaching the students about the importance of trees and how they just make our community better. So that's a great program.
Yes, and it's science-based too, you know, and so again, Robert Stroud is amazing, and he allows the kids to plant the trees. I mean, he goes and all he does is dig the hole and put the tree there. He explains to them what the purpose of soil is, what the purpose of mulch is to keep it warm, and then he allows them to water it. So it's a very hands-on program, and it's outdoors, and it's just something for the kids to get to learn in a different format than being at a desk.
Now, let's talk about the Clean Campus competition.
Yeah.
I think you all have tweaked this program a little bit. And so tell us about that, the Clean Campus competition.
Yes, and it can be a little bit of a tongue twister. So it is a reformed program, so to speak. We used to do I Love a Clean School, where we would have our school specialist, myself, and then the part-time specialist go into schools and sort of judge them based on the criteria. Obviously, when COVID hit, you couldn't really be in the schools. So we thought, what's some way we can make it different but more impactful? So we came up with a Clean Campus competition. That program was originally from another KAB affiliate out of California. It is their project. They have done incredible success and have council and town involved, and we hope to grow it to that one year, hopefully soon. But so what we do is we tell schools they sign up. Again, we started this year, since it's a pilot year, offering it to basically the schools that applied for the beautification grants. and they can sign up. They have to do a project. The schools, it has to be the exterior, right? Whether that's you paint your storm drains, or you do a big litter project, or you do sidewalk art, or you do flower plantings around your school sign. There's a variety of options of things that you can do or come up with that you think your school may need. And then to get our board of directors involved, they will be the judges, and they sign up to judge. Every school will be honored and recognized, of course, for their participation, but the winning school will get an additional $100 added to their grant funds.
So it helps with curb appeal.
Yes.
It also is teaching, it's reinforcing that message with students about the importance of community and community pride, and taking an interest in your community. So that's a common lesson I think you find through the programs that are offered from Keep Gastonia Beautiful.
Yeah, we try to, nature and science is beautiful, and we try to really try to focus on the fact that it goes beyond being aesthetically pleasing and beautiful, right? There's a lot of learning lessons, whether you're planting a tree or a flower or recycling. There's so much that you're learning about science by doing those small acts.
So we have the Clean Campus competition, but there are some other competitions that you sponsor throughout the year. So we have the Recycled Art Contest.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
That is a big deal. So the contest in beautification and tree plantings we just talked about are offered to our schools within the city limits. These contests are offered countywide. We do hope one day we are able to grow the Clean Campus competition to offer it countywide. We have some ideas for that, but at this time, it's just within the city limits. However, the Recycled Art Contest is an amazing, really, really neat contest. We encourage all students, kindergarten through 12th grade, to get involved. It has to be made out of recycled materials. And we usually try to do it in the fall. It's around October. They submit their artwork. Again, this is judged by our board of directors. And it's pretty cool because within our board, we have a couple of artists. So we have some really neat people that are getting to view this artwork. It's selected. We go through and alert the teachers of the winners. And then there's an award ceremony at the library where the art is put on display throughout the month of November in the cabinets and the children's area. And that way people can appreciate this art and the reason behind it. And November is also America's Recycle Day. So it lines up with honoring and appreciating and understanding the significance of recycling.
And the artwork is so interesting to see, in that how a student may take a plastic bottle and take some newspaper and some other items that can be recycled and create this project that is just amazing. So you really see a lot of creativity from our students through the Recycled Art Contest.
Yes, it's one of my favorites, without a doubt.
So you also have the Recycled Holiday Ornaments Contest. Yes. Tell us about that program.
So that is new. We just started that in December. Again, that is another reformed, updated program for students due to COVID, but we're hopefully phasing out of that, but we still loved the outcome of this program. So we Keep Gastonia Beautiful is responsible for the Christmas tree lighting that takes place at the Rotary Pavilion. And we found a sponsor. Well, we have two other small trees, as well as the large one that are over at Photos with Santa. So we reach out, and it's a way to highlight our recycling for our elementary kids and to keep that spirit and that momentum going throughout the holiday season.
I can just imagine you could take bottle caps and you could string them together and create garland on the tree as an example.
Yes, it's really cool. And then again, so like we presented and honored the winners at the library, the winners are announced and presented at the tree lighting. So we always like to highlight these students and their time that they take to be involved in our contests and programs.
Okay, the other contest that I'd like to talk about is the Arbor Day Poster Contest. Yes. Share a little bit about that program.
So that is a program we've done every year. This year's the first year we haven't, because we did the Arbor Day tree plantings in lieu of that. But typically we have students, the theme is Arbor Day, trees, tree poster or artwork that represents what they think trees are, why trees are important. And it is just really, really cool to see Again, all different levels of education and how they interpret trees. Some people have different designs that show why trees are hurting or why trees are helping. And it's just neat to, again, see it through the eyes of these kids that are in school.
So let's focus for a moment on a program called the Great American Cleanup.
Yes.
This is a program not only for schools, but it's also a program for communities all across the country. So what is the Great American Cleanup?
Yes. So as I've mentioned, Keep America Beautiful is the nationwide affiliate of all the different Keep Gastonia Beautiful or all the Keep Something Beautiful organizations. So they host this every year. It is their initiative. It is a nationwide cleanup in which all the affiliates supply resources and materials and locations for cleanups. It runs March 21st through June 21st. This is an incredibly important project. Spring is around the corner. We're going to be outside more, and we are encouraging people to get out and clean up, whether it's your street or a block or a parking lot. Every little bit helps. And we offer free cleanup supplies to anyone who wants to participate anywhere.
And Carly, even though it has designated months for Great American Cleanup in the springtime leading into summer, I think Great American Cleanup is something that should take place year round. I really, I hate litter bugs. And I really think that if people would just make a commitment to clean up a little section in your community or in your neighborhood or along the road, that you would make a difference with the problem that we have with litter.
I agree completely. I always tell kids when I do programs on Earth Day that while we celebrate Earth Day once a year, Earth Day is really every day, all year. And I feel the same way about Great American Cleanup. We offer supplies any time of the year to anyone that wants to clean up. You can email me or call our landline or message us on Facebook. We are very easy to get a hold of. And we encourage those. Again, it is a problem, and a problem we're hoping by doing these education programs and starting young and offering cleanup supplies for any who want to participate, that they get involved, because it is an issue, but one that can be solved if everyone pitches in and helps out.
And I pick up the garbage along the road in my neighborhood.
Yes.
And I have noticed during the pandemic, there are more fast food bags and cups and all of those things. And there are just tons of cigarette butts that are thrown out that I pick up. So in thinking about litter, how big of a problem is it in Gastonia and in Gaston County?
It's a big problem, countywide, statewide, nationwide. Again, I've been on many calls and seminars with Keep America Beautiful affiliates, and it is a problem. And the biggest issue is with it, whether you're in Gastonia or Cramerton or Belmont, anywhere in the county, if you don't litter or if you do litter, people have the mentality that's not my problem, right? I don't get paid to pick that up. I don't want to pick it up. And no, it might not be your problem, but it's your town, it's our county, it's our city, and you should take pride in that. And that's kind of the route we want to go. So it might not be your litter, but it is your town. And to give a helping and caring hand and pick it up, because it does make a difference in day-to-day life.
I think that's an important message for people to hear. And even though it's not your litter and you did not throw it out,
right,
it is your community, and you should have pride in your community. So take the responsibility to do your part to clean up. And if we do our part as citizens, then look at the money that organizations and the state that is saved from having to pay for litter pickup.
Yeah. And we get that question a lot. There used to be programs with state organizations, but those have been cut. Budgets have been cut everywhere. So it is up to us to make a difference. And I always like the rule of thumb, a 5-minute task. If you can get it done in 5 minutes, just do it. And you would be amazed how much trash you could pick up if you just gave yourself 5 minutes, set a timer, find a location, and it makes a difference.
So we've got Great American Cleanup, and we encourage people to get involved with that, do their part to clean up, even if it's a small area in your neighborhood. But in Gastonia, you also have Adopt a Street. Tell us how that program works.
Yes. So that's a really fun program, and it is an easy way to make a difference and to be highlighted for it. So we want to honor those that clean up. If you are doing a cleanup, please take a picture, send it to us. We'd love to highlight that on our social media. The same goes in why we did Adopt a Street. We want to put signage out. We want to thank you for your work. It is important, and we don't want it to go unknown. So anyone can that live within or work within or want to adopt an area within the city of Gastonia limits are able to do so. You fill out an application, you put the area you want to adopt, and if you want to adopt it in your name, in memory, or in honor, you're able to do that as well. And your commitment is to do a cleanup every 2 months. And the length of the cleanup needs to be at least 2 blocks. It's a very simple, low commitment program. And we encourage anyone, we would love to see every City of Gastonia school adopt an area at or near their school. As for the schools outside of the city limits, I would love for them to participate in a campus cleanup, quarterly or every other month, because again, these are simple ways that make a big difference.
And we certainly encourage our schools, our school groups, as well as community groups to get involved with Great American Cleanup and the Adopt a Street program.
Yeah, and it's a great way to get volunteer hours. A lot of those high school students are looking for ways for college applications, and we sign off on a lot of volunteer hours if you're willing to come and get supplies and clean up, take photos, because we have to record and log all of it. And again, we love to highlight those that help out. It does, to make it a trend, to make it cool and fun, because it is. Making a difference and having a beautiful area to live and work in is important.
Our conversation with Carly Caldwell Bostic continues in just a moment.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Carly Caldwell Bostic is the school specialist for Keep Gastonia Beautiful. And Carly, I'd like to continue our conversation beyond the school-related programs. What other initiatives are available through Keep Gastonia Beautiful? The organization has so much to offer. So what are some of the efforts that Keep Gastonia Beautiful is most known for in our community?
So we are responsible for year after year making sure our certification is up to date to maintain our status as a tree city and a bee city. As both, we make sure that our tree canopy count, whether it's planting more trees, taking trees down, that remains the same. Same with the bee city. We really focus on when you don't have to use pesticides, to not use them, and to really, really focus and try to plant North Carolina native pollinator friendly plants to help with the bees and butterflies and keep that population up. Other things that we take a lot of pride in is our farmers market. We, of course, that kind of goes along with our mission and our message. And we have had the great fortune to receive grant money to do a lot of updates and upfits to the farmers market, including the bee mural that was done by a number of local artists. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go by and check it out. We have upfit the back of the farmers market, where it's like a bistro sitting area where people can go get their coffee or their snacks and rest, relax, meet. Anyone is welcome to use that area as they're shopping. The pole shed, we have an educational garden bed out there to highlight and really focus on our bee city. And we also have a number of artwork pieces we do through our art committee. We had Gilly Do and discursus that have been installed. And coming up, we have a piece that will be installed and unveiled hopefully this year at the Fuse complex. So there's a number of things that we're involved in. We all wear a lot of hats, and we are very passionate about the city and the county and being involved and making a difference. Again, we think that every little bit helps.
Carly, I think that we can make a connection between being a bee city and our farmers market, because if we didn't have the bees and the pollinators, we wouldn't have a farmers market to enjoy.
Yes, you are correct. And if you go by our farmers market, we always encourage people to support local. And you will see there where we highlight and we are really focusing on the importance of being a bee city. So please feel free to go by and support our farmers and us and learn a little bit more about bees.
So Carly, what is your education story? You mentioned that you graduated from South Point High School.
Yes.
So what is it like to have a job that gives you an opportunity to work directly with the schools in your community?
I love it. I loved where I'm from. I love my town. I couldn't wait to get back and be involved. And I was very fortunate to get this job. And as I learned more and more about the job, once I started, just being excited and passionate. I'm a small town girl at heart. My parents had stores in Belmont and I grew up in that community and learned the importance of giving back. And I am so incredibly thankful that my job allows me to do that as well.
So with Keep Gastonia Beautiful, you provide many educational resources for schools and for teachers to use with their students. So what are some of the resources and how can teachers and schools in Gastonia get connected with you at Keep Gastonia Beautiful?
Yes, so please reach out to us. We can be found and contacted, whether it is through our Facebook page, email, our website, or by phone. So all of that information is on our website, along with the educational booklet. In that booklet, you will see a number of different programs, and those programs have been reviewed and approved with the county that they can go towards the curriculum. So not only are your students learning in a different way, but they're learning something that is approved. And we highly encourage that, whether it is Earth Bracelets, Wortville Wizard, or Louis the Litter Bug. We really love to focus on litter and recycling in those programs. As far as other resources, we've mentioned the beautification grants. We offer free black gold to any and all schools in the county. They just need to set up a time and a meeting with me, but that is an easy and free way to get dirt for your school if you are doing beautification projects. We offer free cleanup supplies as well. And we just always encourage all art teachers and science teachers to get involved in our contest, because it's a great way for students to feel important and feel involved.
Carly, I love Keep Gastonia Beautiful. That's why I extended the invitation for you to be a part of this program, because I think your work is so important. And Keep Gastonia Beautiful is an organization that makes a connection with our schools to support our community. So I applaud everything that you and everyone with Keep Gastonia Beautiful, what you do to support Gastonia in our community. It's such a worthwhile program. And I hope that you and the staff there, that you continue to do great things for Keep Gastonia Beautiful. So with Keep Gastonia Beautiful, what is the one message that you want people in Gastonia and Gaston County to know about Keep Gastonia Beautiful? And why is this organization so important?
That is a great question. And we want people to know that beyond litter, we are involved in a number of things. And those, whether it is art or Bee City or litter cleanups or recycling or education, you can get involved and you can volunteer. Progress isn't made unless we have boots on the ground and volunteers helping out. So we want people to understand that Keep Gastonia Beautiful is a nonprofit that cares about the community, but also wants the community to care as well and be involved. And we are here to help in whichever way that can be. As far as a whole, what we're the most passionate about is litter and artwork at this time, and just focusing on improving our city and our town, one day at a time, with one cleanup at a time and one art piece at a time. Just because, again, the more that people care, the more it is received and appreciated.
The message for our schools and the message for our community: get involved with Keep Gastonia Beautiful so that you can make a difference with your community. Carly Caldwell Bostic, the school specialist for Keep Gastonia Beautiful. Thanks so much for joining us, and I have enjoyed our conversation.
I have as well. Thank you so much for having me.
We hope you enjoyed our conversation with Carly Caldwell Bostic, and we look forward to bringing more conversations to you in the near future. For Channel 21, I'm Todd Higgins. Thanks so much for watching.